Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Wednesday Night Dash here on Stadium Scene TV. My name is Eli Singh. You can find me on Twitter on @Punju, and I am so excited, ecstatic, exuberant, just stoked out of my mind for tonight. We are at an absolutely incredible racetrack. We got a great lineup of drivers. I just expect it to be absolutely amazing. We are at the one, the only Atlanta Motor Speedway for the FR Racing's Garage Talk 70, presented by FR Racing Garage Talk. This is going to be one heck of a race here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia, United States of America. Oops, give me 1 second. Interesting sounds going on. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun here tonight. I really expect everybody to have a great race. I think that with our size of the grid, I think we've got a lot of opportunities for some crazy stuff. And because of the track itself, I think it's going to get wild. This is Atlanta Motor Speedway, updated in 2022. The new configuration is 1.54 miles with some crazy 24 to 28 degree bankings. They are so steep. And it's going to allow most of the drivers to go basically flat out from flag to flag. It's going to be pretty intense. I honestly expect it to be about as wild of a session as we've probably ever had here. 70 laps here, or a 45-minute race with, I believe, a competition caution in the middle. Now is a good time for us to take a little look at our standings in just a second. Caution is lap 35. I wanted to mention that for you guys. Let's take a look at our standings. We got Eric Richardson up at the top, but only just. I mean, wow, his lead has fallen to only 3 points now. With Colton Gardner and Tyler Vickery so close to him, they've made it really tasty. I mean, Colton Gardner's only 3 points away. Tyler Vickery's only 6 points away. And we've still got a couple rounds to go here in this championship. So it is far from over. What we thought was going to be an absolute runaway from the number 13 has just gotten really close really quick. So I'm excited to see how this shakes out. Speaking of which, we are at the third to last round. The penultimate round at Kansas Speedway will be next week, followed by the season finale at Phoenix. So these drivers only going to get 3 more chances to get some points on the board and improve their spots here in the season. And I do want to say a big thank you to our big sponsor tonight. It is FR Racing's Garage Talk. The most amazingly fun and wonderful podcast here. It's with Eric Richardson and DJ Flick, our very own. Join them for FR Racing's Garage Talk on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/FR Racing Online, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. You can catch replays available on youtube.com/FR Racing Online. Eric and DJ recap the prior week in motorsports and recap Wednesday Night Dash. And new in 2023, FR Racing's Garage Talk will be hosting Race Day Live on Twitch, where Eric, DJ, and guests will watch along live with races in Formula 1, NASCAR, and IndyCar. Subscribe today on all major social media and streaming platforms at FR Racing Online. You don't miss an episode. Now, usually this would be the moment where I talk about Stadium Scene TV, but I want to make sure I give the racing the love and just they do as well. So I do want to switch ourselves over to the racing in just a second. They can wait, because we got to give some love to Stadium Scene TV. The Stadium Scene TV is the best, and we got to give some love to our House of Hockey here. On this episode of House of Hockey, Breezy and Ray are discussing the latest trades made this week, including the Boston Bruins sending Craig Smith to the Washington Capitals for Dmitry Orlov. Meanwhile, the ladies question if the Nashville Predators are for sale as they send Nino Niederreiter to the Winnipeg Jets for a 2024 second-round pick. All eyes are on Chicago Blackhawks' Patrick Kane, and amid the trade deadline, he's had 3 multi-goal games. The hunk of the week takes a new turn as the ladies agree upon the one and only ultimate hockey hunk. You guess who that is? Episodes air on 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday on this channel, or you can listen to House of Hockey podcast right now, wherever you download your favorite podcasts. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience today, and it looks like we're already off and running. Look at that. I caught them right at the beginning of lap 1. We got a little bit of intensity going on. That's an amazing start, I would say, as all these cars fly by. We're in Eric Blum right now. He's kind of at the back. Our leader right now, Katie McAravey, once again leading a pack. He has had a lot of luck sitting near the top. But now he's down to 4th, actually, after qualifying. The Liquid Death car, the 82, almost classed into the 84. They're going to go high side into turn 1. A bit of a tight crowd here today. That 84 car of Mr. Mark Vickers shoved up to the top of the wall as they are 3 wide through turn 2. Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be a tasty race. Oh, my gosh. You can see a car just a couple ahead. Looking for a spot. It's looking like it might be the 18 car of Hunter Hughes. It is Hunter Hughes right there. He's down low, right next to the Wrangler, the number 3, Caden McRavey. Tyler Vickery sitting in second. Colton Gardner right now leading the race. But looks like somebody's going to go low. It might be the 65 car, Scott McCarris. He's looking for a spot. Doesn't have it open to him quite yet. That Wonder Bread car has done him wonders in many, many opportunities. So far, a very tight grid from the start. However, hold on a second. That's Eric Richardson in the pits already. Oh my gosh. Eric Richardson, I think, might be out of the race. Now, I believe he was the one who was mentioning that he might have to go in the middle of this race because he might be becoming a dad. So I can't remember if it's his first, second, or 36th child, but I know that his wife was getting close, so he might have to leave the middle of the race. Congratulations, if that is the case, or to whoever it is, actually. I believe it is somebody this race who might have that happen. So Eric Richardson's coming out of the pits right here. He must have gotten collected in something early on. Oh, no. What happened to him? So while we got a minute, we can go ahead and rewind to see exactly how he got into that scenario. He just fell back. Yeah, he just fell out of pace. Oh, tough. That's not great, but, you know, it is what it is. It happens. We're going to get on Tyler Vickery, who is sitting in 3rd right now, right behind Hunter Hughes and Colton Gardner. Hunter Hughes, oh my gosh, look at how close he is. Right there, the 18 car. Oh, take a look at the nose box from him. He is on the gearbox of the 40. When I say take a look at the nose box, he literally is on the gearbox of the W40 of Colton Gardner. Just getting no reprieve from the assault from Hunter Hughes. Absolutely attacking full force. Now, I mentioned to you guys how intense this banking is here at this track. Take a look at it from his point of view right here. He's going to go into turn 1 right here. We have a nice lead up into it as the 24 car of Tyler Vickery actually makes his way around the top side of maybe both of them. Hold on a second. Tyler Vickery just may have made a heck of a move. He did. He went high side, and that gave him a lot of run coming through turn 1. And now the 3 car of Caden McRavey is trying to get up in there. One fun thing about this track is we do have a fun TV tower camera for Atlanta. Let's see all these drivers fly around. Very classic TV tower camera here. The 40 car is just tucked in there. Colton Gardner kind of just staying, you know, relevant, but not super in it. Just relevant enough, I would say. So he's looking good. But again, the 18 car of Hunter Hughes looking aggressive. He's just trying to find a way through. Almost pushes the 84 wide. Mark Vickers holds on into 4th. A little 5-horse battle right here up at the front. This is a pretty view, is it not? Oh, my Lanta. This looks nice. I'll do you guys a bit of a favor. A little bit smaller. There you go. The beauty of me running multiple races is that map is always changing the sizes. But these guys, oh my Lanta, it is very close. And again, look at that down low look right there from Hunter Hughes. Just trying to find his way. And it actually ended up backfiring on him. He loses a couple positions. Now he's gone down a little bit. Hunter Hughes, unfortunate for him. You can see he's down there. Lost one out to the 82 car. Pushes the 65 wide. 65 has to back out. 8 gets in there. And that's Brian McKinney now trying to find his way into the action. He says, you guys are having all this fun. Let me join. This looks like a lot of fun. DJ in the back right here. Working his way through. Pretty consistently, actually, I would say. DJ Flick hasn't necessarily had the, you know, the best season so far, but I think this might end up being one of the races where he does well. He seems to be right up to pace with everybody else. Remember, we will have that competition caution that will bunch all of the drivers up again, so something to pay attention to now. Up at the front, we got Caden McAravey leading right now. Mark Vickers sitting behind him. Tyler Vickery in third. Fourth place to Colton Gardner. Fifth to Nieves. Sixth to Brian McKinney. Seventh to Hunter Hughes. And it's very tight here in this front three. Wow. They are flying by it at a heck of a chat right now. Absolutely blasting down the track. The 24 car goes high. And he's going to make another pass again over the 84. That is Tyler Vickery finding the speed on the high line. And the 40 of Colton Gardner also finding speed up there. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horse battle right here for the lead. This is very tight racing here on Wednesday Night Dash. And this is probably some of the best racing we've gotten a chance to see in a little bit. I love this. Absolutely gorgeous. And so far, very great racecraft, may I also add as well. No big crashes to note. Now down a little bit lower, we got Eric Blum right here leading a small pack. Eric Blum in the 65 of Scott McCarris. He's going to go low. Says, hey, I might have a spot here. And he's going to get that spot. He gets on through, no problem. Cuts off the high line right there. That was very smart moving from Scott McCarris. Gorgeous pathing through turn 4. Back at the front, Caden McAravey now sitting in third. Tyler Vickery nosing his way out in front. The 40 car of Colton Gardner sitting in second, but he's going to have the low line, might have the advantage here. Into turn 3, it looks like he will. But as they wash up high, it's almost a little bit of contact between the 3 and the 24. Caden McAravey, got to be careful not to wash too high. He goes too low now. Is he going to get back on track safely? It looks like he just might, but wow, that was a save. Oh, that must be scary right now. Caden McAravey going to be changing his race suit at the end of the night tonight. Let's take a look at exactly how that worked out for him. You can see right here, he sees Tyler Vickery, the 24 car right there above him. And he washes up just a little bit. Oh, you can see him lose a little bit of grip. Has to go low. And loses grip on the exit right there. Gets down low. He saves it. He's very considerate about getting back on track. Very considerate about getting back on track. So, you know, gotta have big ups for that for the number 3 of Caden McAravey. He's gonna get right back in the fight though. He is nowhere near out of this one yet. Just a minor hiccup for him, as now the lead is in Tyler Vickery's hands pretty comfortably. Right behind him though, Colton Gardner still challenging, very tight. Behind that, Brian McKinney and then Hunter Hughes. To Mark Vickers, to Justin Nieves, to Caden McAravey. The top 7 all still within just a second of each other here on track. This is absolutely amazing racing so far to start off the night. Chasing down that back stretch. Looks like an outside move right there from the 18. Hunter Hughes wants to take that high line around turn 4. And he's going to have it. Is he going to be enough to get the run over the Milwaukee car? It looks like it is. And Brian McKinney looks second best. Has to slot behind. Nice move from Hunter Hughes. That was pretty. The W40 is now starting to settle in. We're on lap 18 of 70. Like all these drivers are kind of starting to settle in. These laps are very quick, just 30 seconds long each lap, so something to pay attention to. But as I mentioned, that the 40 is kind of settling in and just holding down the draft. I don't know, man. I think he might be looking for an opportunity. I just think that Tyler Vickery is just strong enough to hold him off for now. Now, I say the words "for now" for a reason. I don't know if that's going to continue. As it's looking like Colton Gardner is just looking for an opportunity. He's not trying to rush it, not trying to, you know, force an error where there isn't one needing to be done. Says, you know, when the time comes, I'll get up in there. And it looks like Hunter Hughes, though, has a totally different mindset. He's trying to create errors. He's trying to create issues. Now, me personally, I'm a big fan of some aggressive driving, right? And I love that from Hunter Hughes. But look at how that's working out for the 40 car of Colton Gardner. He just found an opportunity where Tyler just goes a little bit high into turn 3. Says, okay, I'll slot through there. Now, Tyler's going to have the high line. And as we noticed, the high line has had a pretty solid speed advantage on exits. But how much it's going to transfer right now, I'm not sure. And look at that. You know, he's still just staying high. Not trying to change his line at all. He's hanging out in that second lane pretty comfortably. Actually, very comfortably. And this pack of 7, this looks pretty tight, does it not? Oh my gosh. I keep this on Mark Vickers' camera. Oh, they all 3 go wide and hit the wall. Everybody watching out. I don't know what happened, but that was like synchronized swimming, but with cars hitting the wall, leaving a little bit of paint on those walls. That was very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that where all 3 cars go wide all at the same time. I think they all tapped the wall at the same time too. That was pretty funny. We're here with the 84 car, getting the draft in the number 8. Ooh, Brian McKinney is under siege right now from Mark Vickers. Trying to find his way through, but just does not have it yet. McKinney defended the inside, did not look to defend the outside. That was a mistake. And now look at the run from the 84. Almost tail ends. Tyler Vickery going into turn 1 and 2. Oh! Hold on a second. Big save right there from Hunter Hughes. Now, was it a forced error or unforced error? That's the question. It looks like it may have been a bit of a forced error. He's bringing it up really high up along that wall. Yeah. I would go back and replay, but this is just such a tasty race. I don't know if I can, you know, afford to go back. Okay, let's give it a look real quick. Here he goes. Goes low. This is watching Hunter Hughes. Oh, gets on the apron. Oh, yeah, just got on the apron and it just unsettled his car. That's all it was for Hunter Hughes. And the battle continues still. Everybody in the fight, exactly as we saw him. Hunter Hughes getting a really good run on the Milwaukee, but he's going to wash wide. Cuts off the number 3 car for Brian McKinney, and he's going to stay right back there in 5th. Not able to move any positions up, but it's going to be a bump. A little bit of a bump from Hunter Hughes. Look at this from the nose point of view. He's literally on the car, on the 84. Mark Vickers is going to take the high line, and look at that dive right there. That was absolutely gorgeous. Hunter Hughes saw an opportunity. He took it. He's going to have a really good run here into turn 1, I'm sure. He's going to take that draft of Tyler Vickery, but the 40 car high up. Colton Gardner still holding down the lead. Very tight. Very, very, very tight between the two of them. Almost on the apron. All of those low cars are having to ride the apron so tight, and there's going to be a washout wide. Oh, no. Slight contact between the 84 and the 18. Very close to disaster, but they keep it alive, and they're here to see another day. But it is some very, very tight racing here in this top 7. This has been absolutely incredible to watch. And I do want to give some love to our friends in the back. Go check out what DJ's got going on right here. DJ Fluck fighting off the Wonder Bread car, which we all know once he gets into that shake and bake, he's going to fly. So watch out for them. Back up the front. This has just been so good to watch this one, honestly. All these drivers have been fighting it so hard from the start. Like even Justin Nieves, who's, you know, sitting in the back of this pack, he's still very much so as in it for first as I want to say anybody else is in this little pack right here. All 7 of these drivers really in it. Now Nieves looks like he just ran very wide right there, and the 8 just goes up into the middle of the track. Keeps it tight though, but it's pretty tight, pretty close right here between these 7. Hunter Hughes maybe is a little bit scared of the apron right now. That's why he keeps running it so wide every single corner. After almost losing it a couple times now. Maybe he's just playing super cautious. I'm not sure. Oh, slightly loses his line there in the middle lane. And it's going to allow, looks like Caden McAravey. No, not quite McAravey. Mark Vickers, I want to say, is the one who's... Yeah, Mark Vickers is the one who's moving forward. Yeah, that's Vickers' car right there. He's up into 4th right here. Going to take the low line right there for the dive. This is always smart to make a pass right here. You've got a really good run into turn 1 if you've got the lower side. And he's going to have it done and dusted before the corner even started. Now, looks like Hunter Hughes is going to lose another position to the 8 car of Brian McKinney. Brian McKinney fighting it as hard as he can. They're going to be side by side. Let's take a look from Brian McKinney's point of view right here. He can see the action so well. He's got that Toyota in front of him. It looks a little bit unstable. You can hear on the right side of him, there's something going on. Let's see exactly what that is. That's the 3 car right there. That's Caden McAravey. And now we got a little bit of a separation between the top guys. Tyler Vickery is just trying his best to hold on to Colton Gardner. They're sitting up at the top. Now, 3rd place to Mark Vickers. He's a little far away, though. He's a lot of far away. And the 18 car is going to get pressured by the 3. 18 is going to get overtaken almost certainly. No, not quite. Very tight right there. The 3 car going to look for the outside line. Staying high. He's almost all the way up into the 3rd lane. He's keeping it right in the middle. Just high enough to make the pass, and he's got that pass done. Look at that. Very well done from Mr. Caden McAravey. Those top 2 guys, though, they're starting to run away, aren't they? Look at this. Let's take a look from the gearbox camera. Look at how far that gap is right now. Absolutely massive. It's already 2 seconds. These leaders are really flying away with this thing. You blink and you miss it right there. And speaking of blink and you miss it, it looks like the 40 car is going to go into the fence. Oh, my gosh, Tyler Vickery. That's like a big correction. And he does correct it, though. Oh, wow. That is dramatic, as they're almost here at the competition caution. They can't afford to lose out right now before they get some free tires. What the heck just happened there? Let's take a look at this one from their point of view. Sorry, we're going to go from the cockpit camera. The 40 car goes really wide. Tyler just loses grip. Oh, huge catch right there from Tyler Vickery. Absolutely beautiful. That was textbook. The 40 and 24 still fighting it after that little tussle. How did he save that? I don't know. But that was incredible reaction timing. And we do have a competition caution out here on track. And we are going to let all the drivers head into the pits for freezies. Wow, wow, wow. Now, what I'm wondering is what Eric Richardson is going to do, as he is 2 laps down. He's got a lot of work to do to come back into this thing. How's he going to manage that? Is he going to skip tires? He's going to try to do something super aggressive. What's exactly his plan right here, right? I'm not sure. Flies by the pace car. You know, I'm curious to see what his pit strategy is going to be right here. Stays out. One more lap as the leaders are almost certainly going to be going in. So, let's take a look at these 2 leaders right here, the 24 and the 40. Tyler Vickery, Tyler Vickery and Colton Gardner. Colton Gardner right now leading the race. Tyler Vickery sitting in second. Our current order is Colton Gardner, Tyler Vickery, Caden McAravey, Hunter Hughes, Brian McKinney, Mark Vickers, Justin Nieves, Eric Bloom, DJ Fluck, Scott McCarris, and Eric Richardson in the back. All these drivers going in right now, except for Eric Richardson, unlapping himself again. I think that's smart. Oh! Eric Richardson gets caught behind the pace car. Lets him go. That's very lucky. That's the only way he can unlap himself. He needs to somehow get in front. Oh, that's not going to happen. Yep, done. Right now, Colton Gardner looks like he did come out in front as well. Colton Gardner did come out second best, actually. Hold on a second. Tyler Vickery comes out in front. Colton Gardner in second. Caden McAravey in third. Hunter Hughes in fourth. Brian McKinney comes out in fifth. Justin Nieves comes out in sixth. Mark Vickers in seventh. They traded places in the pits. Eric Bloom in eighth. And then DJ Flick and Scott McCarris also traded places in the pits. Scott McCarris looks like he pipped him. Oh! A little bit of a trading places, musical chairs. As it is. Eric Richardson is now in the pits. Let's see how long his pit stop's going to be. He's hoping it's going to be as quick as possible. He's out. Eric Richardson, I think, may have fully unlapped himself once he gets back to the pack. You know, my math isn't necessarily the best. I'm not 100% sure, and I would say don't trust me on that being for surezies, but I'm pretty sure that Eric Richardson has fully unlapped himself. If he has one more lap to go, that would just be heartbreaking. I think he might. Yeah, I think he will have one more lap to go. Yep, he is not fully unlapped himself, so Eric Richardson has basically cemented himself in 11th place, assuming there aren't any massive collisions here from the front to the back that allow him to make place up, or make a lap up. So, very unfortunate for Eric Richardson. A whole lap down in the back of the pack. Just now holding on, you know, as best as he can. Caution is still out. Tyler Vickery waiting for the call. The 8 car right there. Brian McKinney getting those tires warmed up a little bit. Now, they're going to be very cold here, resuming on lap 39. I want to say, I'm not sure if the safety car is going in. I don't think it is quite yet. Yep. So, there it is. It goes in. So, they're going to be very cold right here as we're resuming on lap 39. So, watch out for some potential problems here. We're going to be on Tyler Vickery camera. And we got the start lights. We're off. And it's green flags. Back to racing. We go. Tyler Vickery gets a great start. The 40 car of Colton Gardner gets a pretty good one right there as well. Caden McAravey right behind him. It's going to be tight between Caden McAravey and Hunter Hughes. Hunter Hughes taking the high line right there. Right behind Hunter Hughes, it's going to be Brian McKinney, Mark Vickers, Scott McCarris, Justin Nieves. No action so far. Everybody keeps it calm through turns 1 and 2. Now, how are they handle turn 3? The W car goes a little bit lower than I think he wanted to. Scott McCarris wings a little wide. Scott McCarris hangs on, though. We got a pack of basically pairs all the way up and down the grid right there. The Liquid Death car, the 82. Look at him go. There goes Justin Nieves making a couple positions up. He is up into 6th, excuse me. Scott McCarris right behind him in 7th. Brian McKinney in 8th. Scott McCarris might be getting passed up by McKinney. Yeah, he does, just barely. Again, at the very top, we've got Colton Gardner leading the race. However, Hunter Hughes has snuck his way through and is now sitting in 2nd. And we got Tyler Vickery sitting in 3rd. Hunter Hughes, what a restart from him. And he's looking to take the lead right now as well. He goes really wide, taps the wall, somehow holds on to it. But behind them, it looked like there might be some collisions and some problems as well. Everybody held on, just barely, and only just. But it looks like Hunter Hughes, that aggression has paid off. He's now leading the race, holding it down against Tyler Vickery. Wow, that was aggressive from Hunter Hughes. He really pitched the car in there. But Tyler Vickery's going to get that bump. He's right underneath him. Got the draft as long as he can hold it, and he's going to stay behind him for turns 1 and 2. Interesting. I was thinking that we might see a move from Tyler Vickery, but he decides to be patient. Just stick behind. You know, I like that move a lot from him, honestly. You know, we got a little bit of three-way battle between McCarris, McKinney, and Vickers. This is tight. And Justin Nieves right up in there as well. A part of the action. Then we got a little 4-car battle at the front and then a 7-car battle behind them. Or a 6-car battle behind them. Oh, Eric Richardson in the pits. He may be done. I'm not sure. But either way. Wow, this race is shaped up to be quite entertaining. This has been very tight from the start. And Scott McCarris, you can see him posturing. I know he's looking for something. He's just waiting for his move. Now all the cars have packed back up with each other as the top 4 all kind of slowed down a little bit. The back 6 have sped up. And now it's a 10-car battle for the lead, effectively. Anything can happen here in the next 25 laps. That's what we got to go still. 27, actually, to be exact maths. And it's looking like the 82 car. Put pressure. Yeah, high up there. That's the Liquid Death car in front of him. Of the 84 car of Mark Vickers. Right up on the back of Tyler Vickery. Mark Vickers really on the back of Tyler Vickery. It is nose-to-tail action right here coming around turn 4. And it might be a move right here for Mark Vickers. Doesn't have quite enough draft to make it done. He's going to have to sit behind. Caden McRavy right here, sitting in 3rd, technically 4th. Very tight, though, between him, Tyler Vickery, and Mark Vickers for that 3rd place spot, that final podium position. Everybody here wants to finish top 3, and right now, every single driver who is in the race is in the pack. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a little bit of a low move right there from the 40. You may have gotten a little bit unsettled, and then that's the 8 as well going underneath the apron. Everybody kind of dipping low. Maybe people are getting a little bit unsettled right here as the closing stages do get closer and closer. This race is getting nice and scrappy. Take a look at this from the cockpit view here of Caden McRavy. He's got 4 cars in front of him. He's sitting in 5th. Now 6th, as it looks like Scott McCarris has nosed his way up in there, but look at this gap right here in the middle. He saw it, but it wasn't quite there for long enough. I think Scott McCarris is just there on the left side, so he can't squeeze in between these cars. He cannot go 3 wide. He has to settle this 2 wide. Remember, he's going to have that high line, though. Looks like it's going to give him a lot of grip. The 18 car down low really gets a bad exit right there, and that's going to be 1, 2, maybe 3 cars past. Oh, my gosh. Not at all what you want to see. If you are Hunter Hughes, who's just let 3 cars go by. Mark Vickers, Tyler Vickery, and Hunter, and Caden McRavy, basically all up in there. Oh! The 40 car somehow saved that one after going down low underneath the apron. I do not know how these drivers have had such good control throughout this track the whole time today, but they've been able to save some pretty close calls very often. Colton Gardner, who was once sitting there in 2nd place, is now down into 7th. Way far down the grid for where he was used to being. And the 18 car also down low. It looks like a couple cars getting jostled up here in the order. But once again, we got Tyler Vickery leading the race. Now, after tonight, almost certainly, barring any crazy circumstances, we're going to have a new championship leader. Who that's going to be, I'm not sure. It's going to be between just 2 guys right here. Colton Gardner or Tyler Vickery will be able to take this championship after tonight, assuming they score at least decent points, as Eric Richardson is entirely out of the race right here. Take a look at Colton Gardner sitting in 5th place right here. Tyler Vickery sitting in 2nd now, as it looks like Caden McRavy has stolen the lead out of him. 2nd place now actually contested between Tyler Vickery and Mark Vickers. Tyler Vickery going on. Whoa! Oh, another nose to tail. That's 3 cars all getting sandwiched. Starting with the 3 car, slowing down the 84, which then bumped into the 18, which then bumped into Scott McCarris in the 65 behind him, the Wonder Bread car. All that low line, all just kind of jostled up with each other. The 18's going to make a big crash. I saw it coming. Oh, the 18 of Hunter Hughes just collects Scott McCarris, and McCarris had nowhere to go. Oh, no. Hunter Hughes went 2 wide here through that corner. And you can see right here from the cockpit of Hunter Hughes, he's going to be really aggressive, touches the wall, collection. It's very lucky that it's just 2 of them and not the rest of the grid, as that absolutely could have been a full grid collision. But those were 2 very solid contenders for the lead that are now gone. And it's now down to just Tyler Vickery, Caden McRavy, Mark Vickers, Justin Nieves, Colton Gardner, Eric Blum, and Brian McKinney. Wow. Oh, sorry, DJ as well. DJ's right there. He's right in the back. 8-horse battle now. Speaking of 8, the number 8, Brian McKinney. Not the back of them. Right there with DJ. The 40 car looking for his way through. Again, it's Colton Gardner, Tyler Vickery, who take the lead in the championship after tonight's race. We got 18 laps to go. Ooh, a little bit of a pump right there from the middle of the light of 67. Eric Blum. Slight tap. A little bit of unsettling on the car. Not too much to make a big difference, but enough to give a bit of a warning shot, as you would. But no, hey, I'm still here. Watch out for me. Up at the front, Tyler Vickery holding down the lead pretty comfortably. I think he's starting to kind of settle in and say, you know, if I just play my cards right, keep it smooth, keep it calm, keep it collected, I should be able to close this one out. But the 3 car says, no, no, no. Let me take a move down the inside. Caden McRavy is right next to him underneath. It's tight. Caden McRavy not going to have the best run out of that corner right there. Turn 4 does not do well for the car on the bottom. However, turn 1 and 2 definitely does do a little bit better for them. Caden McRavy absolutely still in this thing. Oh, a little bit of a tap between McRavy and the 40. Who, impressive moves from Colton Gardner, has found his way all the way back up into second now. A lot of shifting in this grid today. Colton Gardner now sitting in second. Tyler Vickery in first. Remember, whoever wins out of these two today will definitely be taking the lead in the championship. In the standings, I think it's that close that whoever wins today will take the lead in the championship. I believe it's only 3 points separate the two of them. So, if I recall correctly, first and second place is a 6-point gap. If my points maths are correct, they could be wrong. Maths, again, not my best strong suit, but either way, it's, you know, this is a very important position to play for. The win here is very important for both of these drivers. And Colton Gardner looks for an inside move. He does not have it available to him. Going out of turn 4, coming in to turn 1. There's nothing there. Tyler Vickery closes the door. Does not let him through. And behind that, we got Mark Vickers, who's found his way up into third, right? You know, the final podium spot. Very tight. Very tight. They're going to go nose to tail for turn 3. Oh, yeah, it's going to be tight. Oops, wrong button size. Take a look at this from the point of view of Colton Gardner. What he sees while he's racing right here. This is the driver's eye camera. Diving into turn 1. Colton Gardner, very light lift. If you can hear him just slightly lose some revs. Going into turn 1. But he's going to have one heck of a run coming out of turn 2. He needs to have that same kind of run coming out of turn 4. Again, a little bit of a lift. I think he's going to have that kind of run. Maybe he will, though. He dived low. He just might. Hold on a second. We got Colton Gardner maybe going to make a move. Does not have it. He decided to stay behind. I thought he was going to go for it for a second. I definitely did. Wow. Colton Gardner just biding his time. Look at that. He is bumping him. He is right up on the bumper. Oh, Tyler Vickery, who must be sweating bullets right now. So scared of that red car in his rear view. Just hunting him down lap after lap after lap. Mark Vickers, what the heck are you doing getting in this fight? He says, let me have a shot at this one. Colton Gardner's taking too long. Mark Vickers takes the nose and dives it low there into turn 1 and 2. Again, I'm going to look for that same line, but it's not going to have as good of an exit here, almost certainly. Remember, the exit of turn 4 really favors those who are on the high side. And, whoa, he really tucked into that high side last minute. Mark Vickers just barely got in there. We got 10 laps to go here in the Wednesday Night Dash race around Atlanta. Oh, my Atlanta. This has been exceptional racing so far. Caden McRavy, who has spent a lot of time up near the top, is now down in 6th place, fighting it out with Eric Blum, who's now made his way in front pretty comfortably. No worries for him. Colton Gardner still not finding his way through. Again, just biding his time. He's got 10 laps. I think he knows that. But it's going to be another dive right there from Mark Vickers. And Mark Vickers looks like he's getting pretty good runs coming into turn 1. It's just going to require one mistake from Colton Gardner, and it's going to let Mark Vickers hold that position. That's all it takes. Colton Gardner makes one mistake. Mark Vickers gets second. I'm sure he's thinking that in the back of his head. He's probably thinking, you know, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. But he really needs to make sure it doesn't mess up. Ooh, that was a close one. Almost came down on each other. And the dive. Again, the same old song and dance. Going for it, lap after lap. Behind them, we're just going to go ahead and give some love to the 8 car. Mr. Brian McKinney. Still fighting it with Blum. Gonna hold that low line again. Ooh, Eric Blum went really high right there. McKinney gets a little unsettled. He saves it. You can see his car getting a little twitching. He's going to lose all those positions. He's down in the back now, out of this pack. But again, this is the story of the day. Tyler Vickery, Colton Gardner, who will come out on top in the next 7 laps, excuse me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Looks like we've had another car retired. It's Hunter Hughes has decided to retire. Scott McCarris is still out there fighting it, though. Good for him. Unfortunate for Scott McCarris and Hunter Hughes. Very unfortunate incident between the two of them. Nothing that Scott could do. Just got collected in it, you know. Right now, Tyler Vickery is getting collected in the draft. Colton Gardner's getting collected in the draft of Tyler Vickery. Getting a lot of clean air from him. Again, he's only got 6 laps, or 5 laps now to get this pass done. He's got to find a send pretty soon. He's got to pick a moment and just send it. Now, the worry for me for Colton Gardner is if he waits a little bit too long, Mark Vickers might have a good run and might make an attempt on him. I would, you know, if I was Mark Vickers. And the 3 car's going to go low. Whoa. Caden McAravey looks to take a position out there. He does take a position off of Mark Vickers, but doesn't take one off of Colton. Colton stays in second. The 3 car, who's sitting in third. Caden McAravey. Doing pretty solid. Look at a little twitchy actually coming out of 2. Ooh, that was a little scary. But just good enough. Colton Gardner, 3 laps to go here. Needs to find an opportunity to send it down the inside. The opportunity has not presented itself yet. But if he doesn't do it, he's going to lose this race to his main championship contender at this point, Mr. Tyler Vickery. And there it is. There's that low move right there. But again, the low line is not going to have the exit speed out of 4 that the high line will. Now, what can he do to compensate that? He does brilliantly. He handles that absolutely gorgeously. And right now, he's actually going to be alongside going into turn 1. And he forces Tyler Vickery up as high as he possibly could so he can have the best entry into turn 1. And it is side-by-side here coming through turn 2. They are so tight, neck-and-neck racing right here. In the final stages, oh, it's a little bit of a collision. Oh, no! Oh, it's a big one of a collision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars get collected. Oh, it's a huge one with just 2 laps to go. Oh, no! What? And Caden McAravey is leading the race with Brian McKinney in second. What just happened there? Now, I gotta give... There's so much smoke on the track here. The 7 car is gonna get passed by right there. Yep. That's Eric Blum, I think. Oh, no. It looks like we've got our final lap right here. That's it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our race done and dusted. That's insane. Wow. What a finish was that? Turned on the just turn on the sound so you can hear the radio. Oh.
Well, that was a garbage finish.
Oh my gosh. Caden McAravey wins. Brian McKinney in second. Justin Nieves in third. Mark Vickers in fourth. Vickery in fifth. Scott McCarris in sixth. Colton Gardner in seventh. Oh, wow. And Eric Blum in eighth. Hunter Hughes in ninth. DJ Flick in 10th. Eric Richardson in 11th. We've got to check this thing out. Let's see this incident right here. Gigantor pileup. Okay. So let's take a look at this from a rear chase, everybody, okay? Or from a far chase. So we can see a really good look at this one. So the 40 is looking like fine right here, right? Okay, so 40 challenges. Fair challenge right here. Gets on the apron. Little celebrates, no worries, you know. He looks fine. Oh, that was the problem right there. Oh, right there. The 40 car started closing in. Oh, no. This looks like if there was to be one to worry about, it's going to be Colton Gardner. Check this out, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this right here. This is lap 68 right here. He starts closing in the gap right there as he saw the 3 car coming at him. Oh, that was a mistake right there from the 40. And take a look at this from the 3's point of view. Let's see if you're in the cockpit right here. You're looking like, oh, hey, I'm just going to slot right in here. And out of nowhere, yeah, it's a close-in. And, I mean, it worked out great for him, if we're being honest with each other. I mean, he's threw it away, right? It's just like, you know, Moses part of the seas right here. That is no way. I mean, he's driving along. He says, okay, I need to get ahead. Taps. Everybody's through. Boom. And then it collects him right there. So the 84 just got collected behind him. Colton Gardner now has this insane viewpoint. And you can see this crash just all unfold. 1, 2, 3. It's huge right here. Colton Gardner just becomes this crazy wrecking ball. And the 8 almost gets collected right there, but just barely makes it out alive. The 82 of Justin Nieves, that's how he got through. He, you know, skirts back onto the track. He's through. And I think he just limps across the finish line. Brian McKinney comes home second. And then Caden McRaven winning it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely insane race, y'all. And a little bit of a donuts right there for the luckiest man of the night, Caden McRaven. To double check these results, guys. Caden McRaven sitting in first place. Brian McKinney finishes in second. Justin Nieves in third. Mark Vickers in fourth. Tyler Vickery in fifth. Scott McCarris in sixth. Colton Gardner in seventh. Eric Blum in eighth. Hunter Hughes in ninth. DJ Flick in 10th. Eric Richardson, unfortunately, coming home in the back. Wow. Well, I say we go ahead and try to get an interview going. As Caden McRaven, I'm sure if he's in here, would love to jump in here. That was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Jump into the chat right here. Well, hello, Caden.
Well, hi there.
You feeling like a luckiest man of Babylon right now. What just happened? Moses just parted the seas for you on the second to last lap.
Yeah, I was trying to set up something that kind of middle to top line was so dominant. I was trying to figure out a way to get around Tyler, but it kind of, yeah, like you said, it just kind of parted the seas for me and I could kind of drive away with it.
I know. That was absolutely insane. I don't even know, you know, what to say. Colton Gardner, I think he maybe just pulled over to the right a little bit too much. I mean,
well, with these the tires, towards the end there, they started to get really loose. So I wouldn't put it past it being something like that either. I was shaking around everywhere as well. So
yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, it's tough because when you're down to those final stages of the race, you want to get, you know, really precise and just hold the gaps to the absolute razor thin margin. But you're right,
absolutely.
when the tires are that you know, sketchy, it's a little bit hard to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that was just, and I didn't expect him to wear down that fast too on that first stage. I kind of got caught and got loose off of 3 or 4 and kind of got into the infield a little bit. But yeah, that was a fun race.
That was absolutely wild. I can't believe that happened the way that it did at the very end. And then Brian and Justin just kind of skirted their way through as well. Brian came through almost entirely unscathed. Watching his point of view is actually comedic. He just sees this giant collision in front of him. He just skirts right through it. And then Justin got tapped a little bit, but he got back on it and he ended up getting third. So congrats to those two for the podium as well. But big congrats to you for your win.
Thank you. And thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Well, hey, it looks like we're going to be seeing you next week for the penultimate round. We've got an awesome race next week. Are you stoked for Kansas?
Yeah, I've always loved Kansas. The trucks, racing the trucks there is always fun just because I love any high line racing, like when you can get up towards the wall. That's kind of what I love. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know here you could a little bit, but I don't think you could get really quite up on the wall. It was a little bit too sketchy up there.
Oh, absolutely, and
Yeah.
especially with those tires. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely getting rough. Well, hey, thanks again for your race today. Thanks for winning and giving us some good entertainment, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
All righty, everybody. Well, hey, that's gonna go ahead and conclude our night here tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. What an insane drive! Oh my Lanta, that was absolutely wild. Great way to finish off the night. And thank you again so much to everybody watching. My name again is Eli. This has been our amazing Wednesday night dash here for Stadium Scene TV. I do want to give another big thank you so much to Garage Talk, FR Racing's Garage Talk, for sponsoring our night here tonight. Well, y'all, we will see you guys next week. Keep being wonderful. Keep making the world a better place.